preacher. 6-week cut, transforming all the features. With TB look great if you wanna be a creature. Not the one to fear, but the one.
For breakfast today, we have our breakfast casserole with a little bit of cheese on top, about an eighth cup. And then we have 2 Kodiak waffles. We have Greek yogurt, fat-free, sugar-free. And also we have a banana. And then we have our coffee, iced coffee, but there's 0 sugar creamer. And also some Splenda in there, so 0 calorie sweetener. And then a little bit of cinnamon and nutmeg. And that's it. This is our breakfast today. Tasty, about 700 calories, so not too bad on calories. So I got me a Chipotle bowl, just as lettuce, steak, rice and beans, and then like some grilled veggies, and then I got me a side of guac, which is really not good for a cut, but you know I'm over here. Got me a side of chips. So what we're gonna do is, since I've eaten so much food like earlier in the day already, I'm probably gonna do like 45 minutes to an hour of cardio with also strength training, just so I can make sure I burn enough calories and still be at a calorie deficit later in the day, because this is a lot of calories. So yeah. Man, I ate a lot. That meal was very, 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 very calorie dense. And you know, you get some guilt when you eat a huge portion of food like that, or a lot of calories like that, especially when you're on a cut. And that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm like feeling bad for myself, but you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna go to the gym and work my ass off. And the great thing about, you know, me having this many calories in me this early in the day and then before my workout is that I should have a lot of energy. I have a lot of calories, so I should have a lot of energy for my workout today. Because I had a lot of calories in me, I got a lot of carbs in me. You know, I got a lot of energy in me, so I should have a phenomenal workout, and then that should power me to do a lot more cardio than I usually would want to do or feel like doing. You know what I mean? So I can counterbalance this with just making sure I have a phenomenal, intense workout today, like kicking my ass, pushing my limits, you know, and then doubling down on cardio. And then, you know, I'm still not at my calorie my calorie limit right now, in a sense of like, you know what I'm saying, like how much I'm allowed to eat, which is nice. I still have a little wiggle room with that, but for now, I think the rest of my meals are going to be higher protein and like really 0 to little fat, and just some complex carbs, but higher protein, just because it's a little bit lower in calories. But you know, like I said, I can bounce back from this. You can bounce back from overeating on a cut. You just gotta work a little bit harder in the gym, maybe eat less the rest of the day, you know, or eat less the next day. But we're gonna bounce back, and we're not gonna make any excuses. The food was tasty, the food was delicious. Sometimes your brain needs that, you know, hunger fix, or that salt fix, or the sugar fix. Sometimes you need that. Your brain needs it, you know. But it doesn't mean you can't bounce back from it. So I'm gonna get my hair done, and I'll look a lot different when you guys see me later. So goodbye. Not gonna lie, this hair dryer is like burning that shit on my scalp. It's really hot, man. It's really hot. So I got my hair done. As you guys can see, I look like a freaking peanut. But I just shaved my own sides. I didn't feel like going to barbershop, so I just shaved my sides off. I'm not a barber. I don't really know how to line myself up, so I didn't feel like spending extra money on my lineup. But as you guys can see, my hair looks a lot different. So I got braids at the top, and then it flows down my back. So we're looking a little different. I do have a big ass head, a big ass forehead. That's one thing that I hate about my forehead, is it's big, but I think I look cleaner, look nicer. And it was about damn time. So, taking my pre on the go. So y'all, we finally are heading to the gym. It's about 14 here right now. And it's later today, Fridays usually the days that I go later. What I got today? Today's Friday, so I got back and buys today. So with all this food, all this energy, all these carbs I've consumed, I've already eaten about 2,000 calories today. A little bit more than I usually eat at this time. So I'm hoping that I have a great workout because I already have so much calories and so much energy and so many carbs within my body that it propels me to have a great workout. And I got a pre right here. Drinking it now. Super sweet, tasty. But I'm just ready to kick some ass. I've been to go to the gym all damn day, but I had to get my hair done. I need to get my hair retwisted because I was kind of looking like a fucking bum and kind of looking kind of dirty. Not gonna lie to you. So I got my first retwist and I got my hairstyle and stuff like that. So I'm happy to finally have gotten my hair done. And it's time to work out, you know. It's time. You look good, you feel good, you play good. You feel me? So I look good right now, and I feel good, and hopefully I perform and have a great workout. So I'm gonna see you guys in the gym as always. I'm gonna see what I'm doing, and I'm hoping to do more than 30 minutes of cardio today because I have a lot more calories to burn than usual. So we'll say between 45 to 60 minutes of cardio today at the end of my my weightlifting session. So just let you guys see me in the gym. So see ya.
To prioritize my biceps, I just started off my day with bicep curls first, just so my biceps can get the first action in my workout today. I'm really trying to focus on growing my biceps. My back is still priority too, but I really want to focus on bicep growth in this next 3 or 4 weeks. So that's why I'm starting off with bicep curls. As you guys can see, it's great exercise for your biceps. Cables keep tension on it, and it allows you to go further back so it can fully stretch out those biceps. So this is a pretty lightweight right now. I'm just trying to get a lot of reps. Still focusing on form, still trying to go down slow. As you guys can see, allowing my biceps to stretch out at the bottom. Probably pause a little bit longer at the bottom. And then this is just like a cable rope row. You could only really see my ass right now. It's kind of funny, but and it's just something that's gonna kind of wake up my lats, and wake me up, wake my back up. This is for reps. This is not really heavy. I'm just trying to focus on letting my lats stretch out at the bottom. Can't really see it right here, but you'll be able to see it in a different angle. But really, I'm trying to keep 90 degree angle in my elbows, and so I can get a lot more lat activation. I'm not really trying to go higher than that. It's pretty similar to like a single arm cable row, but I just didn't really have enough time to do that. So that's why I decided to just do the rope row, because I can hit both sides of my back equally and in less amount of time. And then really focus on rear delts, doing some face pulls, rope cable pulls. And this is one of my favorite exercises for my rear delts, just because it just prioritizes it, it isolates it. It's a great exercise, and you can do high reps with these and not have to really worry about a lot of weight for this exercise. So that's why I enjoy doing it. And like I said, these 3 first exercises are more of a wake up sets, or wake up exercises, just to kind of get my muscles ready to prepare for heavier lifting. I'm going into our second set of bicep curls. It's a little bit heavier. Still focusing on form, keeping my chest high, leaning forward a little bit just so I can allow my arms to go back a little bit further so I can get the peak stretch at the bottom. And yeah, my biceps are already on fire. I look around a lot just because my ADHD, I can't really focus. So might look like I'm just like just looking around. But that's just how I am when I work out. I look around, stare, look at other people. Whatever catches my attention, I look at. It helps me get to my workout. And I'm in pain too, so I try to distract myself from the pain too by looking around. And as you can see with this angle, with the rope rows, I'm stretching forward, letting it stretch my lats out a little bit more. Really focusing on the stretch. Really focus on the stretch. I could probably put a little bit higher just so I can get a little bit more lat activation. But this is the first time I actually ever did this exercise, so I still felt bad engagement anyway. But I probably could put a little bit higher. Second set of rope pulls, a little bit heavier, prioritizing form, going down slow, pausing at the bottom, letting it, fighting the cable, fighting the tension, letting it pull on me. My quads look humongous. I'm not gonna lie, since Wednesday, my legs have freaking been completely sore. It's been hard for me to walk. And I think I kind of overdid it with my quads. So my next leg day probably more hamstring focused just because my quads still are half recovered since the Wednesday workout. But like I said, these are great for your rear delts. And we're going into our third set of cable bicep curls, of course. This is the heaviest set. I didn't do drop set with these just because I like to, when I do cables, I like to just take my time, go slow, try to get reps. It's not about heavy weights, it's about getting as many reps as possible. That's quality reps. So when you're doing cables, don't worry about the weight so much. Just want something that you can do between 10 to 20 times in a given exercise. That's what I do, because going too heavy on cables really doesn't help you because it's hard to keep that tension on the muscles. It's hard to keep the eccentric phase and go down slow like that. If you have too heavy of a weight, it's going to be really hard for you to do that. And then our third set of rope pulls, like I said, keeping our arms at 90 degrees, pause at the bottom, and stretching forward, leading forward so we can get that great stretch of the lats. You can kind of like see my delts and my triceps, so I like getting kind of a pump too. But I just think that's more so because of the motion. I didn't really feel it when I worked out, and also because I'm not a good person. But leaning forward and getting that stretch. Let me know if you've ever done this exercise or if you've done anything similar to it, and tell me how you feel, or if you enjoyed it, or if you have any other exercises that are similar to this that you do rather than this. This is my first time doing it. I enjoyed it, but I do prefer the single arm version. And then our last set of cable face pulls, a little bit heavier, pause at the bottom. I'm not gonna lie, my rear delts are pretty fatigued and pretty tired right now. And just like the third set, but like I said, form, quality form. It's about getting quality reps, not quantity reps. And if you have to sacrifice a little bit of your reps for higher quality reps, that's totally fine. You'll have more gains that way. And as you can see, I'm starting to fatigue. Next exercise consisted of lat pull downs and a cable curl. And as always, we're going down, pulling our elbows and stretching up, letting that bar stretch our lats out, letting that weight pull us up and stretch our lats out. Really taking our time, really focusing, not rushing to work out. Our lats are properly warmed up and properly ready to go because of doing those rope rows. So I'm ready to lift heavier with our lat pull downs. And the reason why I have close grip is because the closer the grip, the more lat activation you get. In a general sense, when people, can have a wider grip or a different grip and they get the same activation, really depends on the person and depends on what works for you. And then we're doing some cable curls, as you can see. I don't like this bar. I'm gonna switch my bar in the next two sets. because I couldn't find another bar, but you gotta do what we gotta do. It's still a good exercise with this bar, but it's kind of like too narrow for me, in my opinion, to really get a great like bicep pump. But it looks like I'm a big bicep pump, because I am, but it just feels awkward because I'm used to a wider grip bar, but we're still gonna make it do. Still focusing on going up and going down slow, stretching those buys out, going up, going down slow, and stretching those buys out. And then we're going to our second set of lat pull downs, close grip, and this is a drop set, so we're getting lighter every single time, and we're still prioritizing form, pulling down with our elbows, and stretching up at the top, letting the weight pull us up. I think my hair looks pretty cool right now. Looks way better than what it did before. I like getting braids and getting styles. It makes me look unique. It makes me look cool, in my opinion. I got a lot of sweat on my back because I've been working my ass off. And right now, my workout, I feel great. Like, I don't feel fatigued at all. Like, really, because of that food and all the energy I have in me. And then I forgot to record my second set of bicep curls, so that's why I'm going like right into another lat pull down video. And that's just because I forgot to record. And then right before that, there's a woman that almost walked in front of my video, and she like apologized, like, "Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I almost ruined your video." And I'm just like, "You can walk in front of my video. I don't care." I'm not one of those guys that gets mad if somebody walks in front of the video, because it's a public gym. Everybody's paying them their hard-earned money, so why they get mad if somebody walks in front of my video, they need to get past. So don't be that guy in the gym. And then, as you can see, I switched the bar for my cable curls. This one feels more comfortable for me, but we're still focusing on form, going down slow, focusing on form, really trying to stretch those buys out. These motherfuckers burn, especially after I already did single arm cable curls. These things burn. This is more of a compound lift because the bar is connected, versus with like a handle, it's like more isolated because you can do one arm at a time if you really wanted to. So this is more of a compound movement with the cable, having this bar here. And then we're going into our last set of lat pull downs. Really trying to milk as much juice out of these lats in my pack, and still trying to have quality reps and pulling with my elbows. As you can see, you can start to see that my back is getting fatigued, because like it is. You can kind of tell by how my reps are going. Like, I'm starting to kind of struggle pulling down. And if you start to struggle getting a full range of motion, partial reps is the way to go, because most of your growth happens when it's stretched. So prioritizing and focusing on the stretch portion, like right here, rather than the concentric part of the lift. And then this is our last set of bicep curls and drop set, and we're still focused on going down slow, getting a great stretch of those biceps. I think my biceps have grown a lot in the last 6 months because I've been working so hard, and I've learned how to work my biceps. I really didn't know how to when I first started lifting. I just did bicep curls, but I didn't really realize or focus on the form and focus on slowing down. I just rushed through everything, and now that I'm actually taking my time and going slow, I can really start to see some real growth in my biceps. And then the next thing I'm going to do is some concentration curls, just get a little bit more bicep exercises in. I necessarily didn't have to do this, but since I'm trying to curl my biceps a little bit more and prioritize my biceps, this is why I'm doing concentration curls, is to just, put some little more emphasis on it. And because why I'm leaning like this is so I can create a better angle for a better stretch of my bicep at the bottom. As you can see, I can stretch down a little bit further right there when I'm leaning, just like that. And I'm going to switch to the left arm. And just to let you guys know, I've had 2 surgeries in my elbow, so I don't have full range of motion in that joint. So if you ever wonder why it looks kind of weird when I do bicep curls with my left arm, or whenever I use my left arm, I look kind of different from my right. Just know that I've had 2 surgeries on my elbow from a football injury, so it's not quite the same as my right, but I won't make any excuses. I'm still gonna work it. Still gonna do what I can with my arm, and with like, I don't consider disability. I don't consider it like a problem, but I'm still gonna work hard with my left arm regardless. And then we're gonna do some bent over flies just to hit rear delts. As you can see, I'm really prioritizing rear delts and biceps. These two muscles are the ones I need to work on the most. That's why I'm doing so many exercises in regards to those two muscle groups. My back is fine. My back is pretty big. I have pretty big traps. So, put more emphasis on rear delts and biceps because those are the ones I need to whirl. Those are my weak points in my body, I believe. Yeah, I'm fatigued here. And then going to our second set of concentration curls. And as you can see, I'm going up. If I can pause right there, and then go down slow with a stretch. If I can hold that stretch down a little bit longer, maybe for like half a second. But I think my form is pretty good. This burns. If you do concentration curl like this, like leaning over and taking your time and focusing on the muscle, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel it. Most people don't use that slight little angle when they do the concentration curls. It's just straight up and do the concentration curl, which is like, it makes it so much easier. You're not really getting the best stretch or pump that you can possibly get. So make sure you lean it over like this when you're doing your concentration curls, just so you can fully stretch out that bicep. Use that leg as a tool so you can really get that great stretch of the bicep. And like I said before, my arm looks a little different because of my injury. If you guys ever want a video about like my football injury and how it like derailed my football career and how it affects me on an everyday basis now with having like, an arm that's not fully functional, just let me know. I can do a video about that. Like, it doesn't affect me that much. Like, I say my arm works like 90% or 100% correctly. And then we're going to finish up with our last set of bent over flies. Weight a little bit heavier. And we're just focusing on those rear delts because we're trying to grow. Our front delts and our side delts look great, but we need to really put some emphasis on those rear delts because these are the most neglected muscles, I think, in the human body, in my opinion. And then we're gonna go into a T-bar row, and I didn't record the first set properly, so that's why it's only gonna be 2 videos. But I'm not really focusing on reps. I'm focusing on going up and then allowing it to stretch me down at the bottom. That's more so the more important thing for me. It's not so much how much the weight is, it's just how heavy weight is. It's just stretching at the bottom, getting the ratio at the bottom. And then surprisingly, to have it my hands inside, it's working with my biceps pretty well too. And then we're on to our last set of T-bar row. Really ready to stretch me out. That's the most important thing. It's not about the weight, it's about how heavy it is. And this is why I'm doing it at the end of my workout. It's so I don't ego lift. It's so I can lift lighter and really focus on the stretching portion rather than me trying to load it up with 3 or 4 plates and barely getting 4 or 5 reps. That's our shitty quality or shitty form. And then we're gonna take this off, 25. And we're gonna do a couple more reps with just a 45. And still focusing on form and getting that stretch at the bottom. And you can do that with a lot of these lifts. As you can, as a finisher, you can take off some weight, and then finish it off with a couple more reps. Taking a good workout, about an hour, and burn about 500 calories, and my heart rate was about 120. Is pretty good for a standard back and by day. So I'm pretty happy with what I was able to accomplish with that. Also, I'm pretty happy with my elliptical workout as well. About 30 minutes and burned about 360 calories. Not bad. Almost an average heart rate of 150, so beats per minute. So, pretty happy with that. Not too bad for some cardio. And I got on the treadmill for about 16 minutes, almost 17, and then at a 15% incline. So I'm about 160 calories, so about 45 minutes of cardio altogether. So I'm pretty happy with my cardio today and my workout from weights.
For dinner, we have leftover taco meat, so that's about 4.5 ounces. Smart carb tortilla, and we have a protein shake with 12 ounces of fat-free, lactose-free milk, and then we also have 2 scoops of protein, each 25 grams of protein. So pretty high calorie, pretty high protein, low calorie little meal right here. As usual, I'm thankful for anybody that watches my videos. If you have any questions, just comment below. I'll do my best to answer the questions as soon as possible. And if you want to follow me on any social media platform outside of YouTube, such as X, Instagram, or TikTok, my socials are at the end of the video. So thank you. Have a great day. Stay swole. Stay safe.
It's time to work now. Work, work, work. It's time to work out. Work, work.